Saudi Arabia and the heart of the beast. And whenever the Pope or the Jewish community want reconciliation with Islam, they run to the heart and to the head. And if you don't think Saudi Arabia is the head, just ask George Bush and Dick Cheney. They know that everything runs through Saudi Arabia. Let me read this so I don't get caught up, and we'll close. We are wise to look to the Middle East and Turkey for history to sadly repeat itself. Moreover, the great deception over the eyes of believers is appalling. They are being taught to look for an abomination of desolation that will one day come, when it already exists right under our nose. That's why Yeshua said, if it is possible, even the very elect will be deceived, because we're waiting for it to come. And the nation and the crescent and the little horn and the abomination of desolation is here now. Good morning, America. Good morning, Vietnam. And that's why Yeshua says, if it's possible and probable, even the very elect will be deceived, because we're looking for something that is here. It's up to you and I to understand prophecy and connect the dots ourselves. What a deception. What a deception. It exists under our nose since 600 BCE. It merely awaits the final peace for the abomination to be complete, when the Islamic Mahdi or the anti-Mashiach will be accepted as a great peacemaker by Jewish Israel. Just as Turkey today is seen as a peaceful, moderate, pro-Israeli Islamic country by most of the world. And here is Satan's latest move. There is an application. Turn to your neighbor and say application. Before the European Union, submitted by who? Turkey, to seek membership in the European Union. Because Satan wants to get in the middle of the West, not just to consume the West, but to consume the West from within. Why does Turkey want to join the European Union? They're in Asia Minor. They're not in Europe. I know why. You know why. Most of the world today sees Turkey as the only moderate Islamic country, having diplomatic relations with Israel. The country least likely to attack Israel or to be against Israel, meaning the Jewish nation of Israel in former Palestine. But from there will come the one who, from the same place Titus came from with his legions, the same place Antiochus came from. The end-time Islamic anti-Mashiach will come from Turkey. He will walk into the Al-Aqsa Mosque on the wing of the Temple Mount. He will spread the abomination that makes desolate to the Dome of the Rock and the rest of the temple complex. The Bible calls the end-time anti-Mashiach the Assyrian from the north, east, not the European who enters Israel, our land. We know Turkey was a main part of the former northern Assyrian Empire. When we light our candles tonight, think about the future light in all of us that you and I will need just to have our victorious past celebrated one more time. You know that light that's in you? You know that light that's in you? Think about how you're going to have to guard that light, even if you have to lay down your life because some Islamic terrorist wants to destroy your temple. Hold on to that light. Walk in that light. It is a light of victory. It is a light of Hanukkah. Do you see the gross darkness of the world? Do you see it? Islam is the beast. It's right under our nose. And history cannot change. And I don't want to go in there because I promised you I would close. But in Micah chapter 5, it says, Micah 5:1, I believe it is. I have to check. Or 5:6. When the Assyrian comes into our land, Yahweh will raise against him 7 shepherds. Well, what's wrong with that? When he comes into our land, into the beautiful palaces of our land. Assyria, that took the 10 tribes of Ephraim into exile, came to Samaria, the capital of the north. They never entered in Jerusalem. They never entered into the palaces of Judah. But the Antichrist in Micah 5:6 is called the Assyrian. Where do you think Assyria was? Modern day Turkey. Look it up on a map. Modern day Turkey. Everyone standing, please. Everyone standing. Did anyone enjoy? I said, did anyone enjoy?